I feel like I shouldn't go about this publicly, as my story isn't really anything too different than many others, but I can say, wholeheartedly and without exaggeration, that my worst experience on the dark net is indeed factual, and probably worse than many of the fictional ones. Before I go any further, anybody who says Daisy's destruction is false can't be more wrong. Peter Scully has since been locked away in some jail in Cagayan de Oro in the Philippines. There are many things I really can't say here, so I am awfully sorry I can't really go into much detail. But, anyway. I used to write to a recently defunct website called Best Gore, but had to leave. I think you may still see my entries in the Wayback Machine. This was probably more than 5 years ago. I am no stranger to the dark web as I have been going there since I was 18, after my ex-boyfriend had introduced me to it. So, I had ideas of what to expect. I wrote a post about some serious things in there, and one was about a medical paper published about the effects of nuclear war to unborn children and infants. After a while, when the article came out, I was tipped by an acquaintance that, hey, I saw you on a forum in the dark web, and I was like, dude, that's impossible, because I literally never go to dark web forums. After that, he gave me an Onion link which I had to visit. I checked out the link my friend sent me on WhatsApp, and I saw my article with my name and my words in a forum there. Not just any forum. It was a forum dedicated to hardcore. For those who are unfamiliar, hardcore is a genre of porn, focused mainly on sexual torture of children. I can tell you now, they did not say anything nice to the infants I wrote about. Quite frankly, that was not the worst part. I can truly say that sometimes curiosity kills the cat with no satisfaction at all. When the forum was active and was at its height, it was a thriving community of pedophiles, and they shared links amongst each other. I checked out some links of comments under the post that was made from what I had written. Those literally took me to multiple other forums and websites, including the pretty big child porn website called Playpen, which has its own Wikipedia entry because it was a massive undertaking for law enforcement. The youngest victim I have seen there was an 8-month-old infant, named Nathan, and his abuser and, perhaps even a pimp, was his very own father. Nathan definitely was and is not the youngest out there. There are many Nathans out there, abused by their caretakers, family members, and even their parents all over the world. I would say, a good amount of child porn in the dark web is family-curated content. The rest are content, produced by people like Scully, taking advantage of poor children from countries like mine. One of many is the infamous Richard Huckle. I collected some screenshots, links, and sent a report to Cybertipline. I don't understand why the FBI and Interpol do not make it available for citizens to submit tips about this. While it is true they have honeypots, there are many websites that don't have. It absolutely breaks my heart each time I have to recall this story, but I feel like I have to say this out loud, because people think that this is just some freak on the internet with their weird-ass stories. They have to realize that some of those are actually true experiences. This was from many years ago, but I still cry each time I have to think about this. I have an extremely soft spot for children and animals. For them, I've gone out of my way, more times than I care to count. Did you guys know that Ashton Kutcher is also fighting for the same cause? If you have time, please check out his project called Thorn. Please love your children, if you have any, and please don't take it as lying when they tell you that they are touched in their private areas by someone you know. This happens a lot. Children do not have a concept of this, and anyone should take it seriously when a child says this. Take them to a doctor and get a rape kit. If possible, get the police involved.